Yes friends, now this suffix number 3, okay, or lecture number 3 I'm taking here, and in this I have taken a suffix which is ending in al, okay, or which is my ending suffix is al, okay, al, that is relating to, that means relating to. Now after adding this suffix, you will get mostly adjectives, right? Al, for example, natal, autumnal, right? Oral, al, and alright. So al, when we add al in the end of a word or root word or any word, okay, so that will give us what? Adjective. Okay. So adjective forming this suffix is, okay, and this is one of the very important suffix or suffixes, one of the important suffixes which will give you number of words, okay. It will strengthen your vocabulary by 50 to 60 words, alright. And if you search more than that, thousands of words are there. Reason, because as I always say to my students, say to my students in the class, okay, what do I say? One of my statements is very much famous. All students say that you always say that words are not isolated. They are related to each other. Okay, they are not isolated, but they are related to each other with the help of or by roots, prefixes and suffixes. Words in English are not isolated. They are not isolated, what you call figures or isolated symbols, right? They are related to each other by roots, prefixes and suffixes. This is one of my one of my sentences which is very famous in my class. Okay, so, and they always say, sir, you always repeat this sentence number of times, that the words are not isolated. They are not isolated figures or symbols or anything, but they are related to each other by roots, prefixes and suffixes. So roots, prefixes, suffixes make the words. We have to understand them as early as possible. Only then we can make our vocabulary stronger, right? The word power can be made stronger if we are having mastery over roots, prefixes and suffixes. We have understood them. Only then we can make our vocabulary stronger, right? Or word power very stronger, right? Okay. Now let me take these words which are based on this al ending suffix. Al in the end of any word, if we add, then it will give us adjectives. Mostly adjectives are framed. Noun is also there, but there are certain words like animal. Animal, we can say related to the animal, but it's animal also living creatures. They are known as animals, but it is also related to the animals which live and breathe, right? Animals related to creatures which live and breathe. B-R-E-A-T-H-E. Okay, this is breathe, which live and breathe. All right, that is animal. Animal is only the noun. It may be adjective also. What is animal? But animal is taken as a noun. We know that animal means this is PS animal. Cow is PS animal, very innocent animal. Okay, or others are some cruel animals, like lion is a cruel animal. So in that way, a wild animal we can say. So animal is as a noun, it can be relating to creatures which live and breathe. It may be adjective also, because animal al is added to. It's mostly adjective framed with the help of this al word. Okay, so let me take these one by one, and this is, as I have told you, a very important one of the important suffixes, right? One of the important suffixes, as some of important prefixes are also there, some important roots. Mostly roots are important, undoubtedly. They are giving you a lot of words. Okay, similarly, with the help of roots and prefixes and suffixes, we are adding in roots, we are making a lot of words. Okay, so words are not isolated, as I always say. They are not isolated figures. They are related to each other by roots, prefixes and suffixes. This is very important sentence. You should understand this point. The importance of roots, prefixes, suffixes is just stated by this one sentence of mine. Okay, or most of the people say like this. Okay, as I have seen people okay, speaking like this. Okay, this is one of my teachers' statement which I have repeated here. Okay, so I always say this. Or one of my students was just speaking like this, because I have seen a number of people speaking the same sentence. Maybe they have got somewhere else, or maybe from mine. I don't know from where they have copied. But let me take now this suffix. So third suffix number 3, or lecture number 3, al, which is related to suffix al, that means relating to. Al will form mostly adjectives, that means relating to. Wherever al is ending, the word is ending in al, that means related to or relating to that thing, whatever. Let me just take the words. Now, word number 1. Number 1 word is oral or oral. This is oral, not oral, but oral. A-U-R-A-L. Oral. This is an adjective. Okay, oral mostly related to ears. Related to the ear, yeah. Relating to the ear. This is oral. Oral things, oral, not oral, but oral. Oral is another word, and this is relating to the ear. Relating to the ear, heard. We can say something has been heard, because oral means heard. Okay, yes. He has heard this thing. I have heard this thing. This is oral. Oral means related to ear, and heard is adjective. Heard is also adjective, because past participle form of a verb is adjective. Mostly work as an adjective. Okay, this is adjective heard. Heard is related to the oral. That means oral is related to the ear. Okay. Second word let me take. That is autumnal. A-U-T-U. And autumnal, okay, autumnal, N-A-L, A-U-T-U-M-N-A-L, autumnal, or autumn. This is known as autumn, but because A-L is there, so autumnal. Otherwise, N is autumn, N is silent, mostly we keep in case of autumn. Autumn is the weather, the condition of the weather, one of the season of the weather, right? Okay. Autumnal, but here N is pronounced, but mostly autumn, we say autumn, A-U-T-U-M-N, okay, that means autumn. N is silent, but in this case autumnal we have to say. Autumnal related to the autumn, okay, relating to the autumn of the year, yeah, relating to the autumn, A-U-T-U-M-N, autumn, not autumn, no autumn, but autumn, A-U-T-U-M, sorry, let me write it clearly. This is A-U-T-U-M-N, autumn, related to the autumn of the year, autumn of the year. Autumn is one of the season of the year, so autumn of the year, so autumnal, right? Autumn of the year, so related to the autumn of the year. Now, third word let me talk about word number 3. That is sensual. S-E-N-S-U-A-L. Sensual, again adjective. Adjective means relating to the senses. Sensual. Sensual. Relating to the senses, relating to the senses, sensual, simple, relating to that. If it is sensual, related to the sensual. If it is autumn, if it is autumnal, then related to the autumn of the year. Alright, and then autumn, okay, autumnal, oral related to the ear, right? Because oral here means ear or heard. That we've done. Now cerebral related to the brain, because cerebral is a brain, a name of a brain. Okay, so let me take the fourth word also. Fourth word is cerebral, C-E-R-E-B-R-A-L, cerebral, again adjective. Almost all the words are adjective. because al makes the adjectives. Al suffix makes the adjectives. Okay, cerebral relating to the brain. This is relating, just write relating to, so it is adjective relating to the brain. Sorry, relating to the brain. Alright, so relating to the brain, that means cerebral, relating to the brain. This is brain here, relating to the brain. Okay, let us take next word now. This is word number 4 we have taken, relating to the brain, cerebral. Alright. Now let me take word number 5. Very important words are these, and if it is ending in air, that means it will give us adjective, mostly adjective. Animal, I was thinking that animal is noun, but it can be used as adjective also, but adjective are not found, mostly animal. Animal means related to the creatures which breathe and live, which live and breathe. Relating to the creatures which live and breathe, that is animal means, right? That is also adjective, but animal as a noun we use. Okay, cow is a faithful animal. Faithful animal. Faithful is adjective, so animal is noun. But mostly the definition is here written as considering it as adjective. Okay, so now fifth is animal. A-N-I-M-A-L. Animal. Again, this is noun here. Only this one exception. But mostly the definition is just like adjective. How? Relating to, this is relating to the creatures. Relating to the creatures which live and breathe. Which live and breathe. B-R-E-T-H-E. Which live and breathe. Alright, so this is how. The definition is just like an adjective. So relating to the creatures, relating to the creatures, adjective, definition of adjective. But animal mostly will be, we use cow is a faithful animal, right? Or any animal, so we use it as a noun, but definition is just like an adjective, okay, relating to creatures which live and breathe. Alright, now sixth word. Word sixth is gradual. G-R-A-D-U-A-L, gradual, adjective. That means relating to the movement, relating to the movement, right? Relating to movements by steps or degrees. By steps or degrees, relating to movement, not to the movement, but we can say movement, relating to movement by steps or degrees. Okay, that is gradual. Gradual means related to the speed, relating to the steps, relating to the this movement. When we are moving, then we are gradually moving. Gradually means step by step we are moving. This is motion, movement. So relating to the movement by steps or degrees. So slowly we are moving. This is movement related, gradual. Okay. Now seventh is intellectual. I-N-T-E-L-L-E-C-T-U-A-L, intellectual. Again adjective. Almost all the words are adjectives because al gives you adjective. Al adding ending with al, that means adding this suffix will give us adjectives mostly, right? Except animal here. Seventh word, intellectual. Okay, now this is relating to the power to think, naturally, intellectual. This is relating to, definition is relating to the power to think. What does it mean? That means intellectual. So thinking power, if a person is having very good or fastest one, that is intellectual person, or intellectual, that is intelligent person. But intellectual means related to the intellect, related to the power of thinking. Intellect is power of thinking naturally. So this is power, or relating to the power of thinking. Power related to the power to think, power of thinking or power to think. Exactly right. Then its word is manual. Okay, let me take its word also. That is manual. M-A-N-U-L, manual. Now relating to the hand, manual work. Okay, do it manually, means with the help of hand. So relating to the hand, this manual adjective again. That means relating to the hands, relating to the hand, okay, manual work, manual laborers, manual means who are hand workers, or using their hands mostly, not intellect, not intelligence, but they are using their hand or hand works. Wherever hands are most used, more used, that is manual work. Manual laborers, manual workers, etc. This is manual means related to the hand, manual. So this is again adjective. So 8 words we have discussed about. Let me take word number 9. Okay, so word number 9 now. 9th word is mental. M-E-N-T. Yes, mental is also adjective. That means related to the mind. Relating to the mind. Relating to the mind. That means mental. Related to the mind. Right? This is mental means adjective related to the mind. Okay, very simple. Now 10th word. What is 10th word? Natural. N-A-T-U-R-A-L. Natural. N-A-T-U-R-A-L. Natural. Adjective. That means relating to the nature. Okay? Relating to the nature. Relating to the nature. That means unforced. Relating to the nature, or comma unforced. What does it mean? Unforced means without any force from outside. It is natural thing. For example, it is natural. It is in his habit. The habit of his is very natural, very simple. Without any force, he does the same thing always. That is natural thing. Natural can be used as metaphorically. That means unforced work, which without any artificial things or without any outside forces, unforced. That thing is also known as natural. It is natural, right? It is natural, without any outside support or outside force. Now 11th word, let me talk about. 11th word is oral. Now this word is oral. Adjective again. This word oral and oral, and the first word was oral. Oral means related to the ear or heard. Now in this case, oral means mouth, relating to the mouth. In this case, this adjective is relating to the mind. Sorry, mouth. This is relating to the mouth. Mouth, oral. This oral means relating to the mouth, not mind, but relating to the mouth. Is spoken. Yeah, is spoken. What is synonym of this? Is spoken. Oral. Oral means spoken. Oral. You have to give your oral interview. Your interview is oral only, not a written. Okay, so not in black and white, but oral. Whatever is being asked to you, that you have to reply in your own words. If you are good at speaking, then okay, you will be selected. Otherwise, you are not going to select. The oral interview means spoken interview. Whatever you speak, whatever you say something, based on that saying of your intellectual power of yours, you will be selected. This is oral means spoken. Now 12th word, this is the last one. Optional. That word is optional. O-P-T-I-O-N-A-L. Option and air, optional. Okay, add al in the root word. Option, and optional al is added up. So optional, this word is again adjective. Again it is an adjective. All the words are forming adjective relating to the matter of choice. This is optional. Optional means relating to the matter of choice. Okay, relating to the matter of choice. This is optional. This is up to you. Whatever you choose, whatever you find suitable, that you can answer. This is optional. Okay, optional means relating to the matter of choice. Okay, it is up to you. It is optional to you. If you like this path or this path, that is up to you. You can choose any path of your life. Okay, but I am suggesting you this is the better one. For example, if I say that root prefix suffixes are good, now this is optional to you, whether you choose this path of mine or you choose your own reading dictionary, or whenever words come to you, only see the dictionary at that time and just learn that in that gradual way. And this is my option. My option is just read the roots prefix suffixes. You will get the words in thousands within a month. Okay, and if you are just reading your own, that is up to you. That is optional to you. Optional means it is your own choice. It is up to your choice. Okay, relating to the matter of choice. This is matter of choice of yours. It is up to you whether you accept my statements or my sayings, my suggestions. That is up to you. Or if you are not accepting, that is up to you. That is optional. Optional is relating to the matter of choice. It is your own choice whether you choose this or that. Okay, so this is the third lecture or third suffix number 3. Okay, third suffix or suffix number 3, very important one. Please go through this. Mostly adjectives are given by this. Only one animal al is added there, that is noun only. Otherwise, but definition is just like of what you call adjective, but mostly words are framed or adjective. So in this case, words are framed adjectives that you have to just check whether or any exception is there, that you can find that okay, this noun is also there. This is the noun. This is the noun. Just find the search. Find in the search, the dictionary. Search in the dictionary. You will find number of words which are exceptional. I mean they are even ending in al, but they are nouns. Okay, but this one noun I have given you so that you can find your other choices, other words also which are nouns but ending in al. Okay, that is up to you. Search the words and you will find your own vocabulary. List of vocabulary. You can increase this vocabulary list. This is 12 words I have taken, but number of other parts of the speech can be framed. Optional, right? Adverb optionally. It is okay. Orally. Adverb can easily be framed. Orally, right? And then natural nature. Natural nature is okay, but naturally, adverb is easily framed. Mentally, okay. Then manually. So adverb is easily obtained from this word. Okay, so this is how you can frame your own words. Vocabulary, that is, wish you all the best to make your own vocabulary. And I am going to take the next lecture, in which fourth lecture, which I will take. That is also very important one. Almost all the suffixes are important. Please increase your vocabulary. That is my suggestion. Okay, then see you in the next lecture, which is again very important. Okay, bye. See you.